welcome to a live watercolor tutorial. Today we will be painting a strawberry plant. If you're joining us live, feel free to say hi in the chat box and where you're watching from. And if you'll be doing this tutorial with me today, Mary is here. Good morning, Mary, from Houston, Texas. So happy you're here. Okay, so you can find my outline here in the description of this video. You should find also links to reference photos. Hi everyone, good morning. Okay, so I'm going to go over my supplies real quick with you. I used my light pad here to transfer my outline onto my watercolor paper. So this is my outline. And I linked that in the description as well as all of the supplies I'm using. And I'm using cold press watercolor paper. This is from Arches and it's size 5x7. Hi Joyce, good morning. When I transferred my outline, I used my watercolor pencils to do that. These are the Faber-Castell pencils here. And I also use my pencil to trace some areas too. And the brushes that I will be using are these two brushes here, my size 2 and size 4 silver black velvet round brushes. Good morning. Hi Sarah. Hi Liz. Okay, and then the paints I'm using are my Agalo paints here. So I will link this pan set in the description of this video, but I plan on using this red and like this gold here and these greens, and then I will be using like this dark maroon color here. So for this tutorial, you basically just need like a red and a green, and then you might want like a brown to make a darker red, or like a purple to make a darker red, and a yellow or orange would be helpful too. Hi Sydney. Hi everyone. I'm so glad you guys are all joining me today. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. Let me know in the chat or in the comments, is this your first time ever painting a strawberry? This was my first time. I did practice a little bit, to be honest, because I've never really painted a strawberry before. So yeah, I did a little practice run and yeah. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to take my size 2 brush here, and I found when I was practicing that painting in the seeds first is easier for me, so we're going to do that first. Hi Pam. Pam says, oh, you're from Valparaiso. I live like an hour from Valparaiso. I think maybe you told me that one time. Hi Allison. So happy you're here. Hi Liz. Liz says it's the first time she's ever painted strawberries. Okay, so for these seeds, I'm going to use this color here. It's called Gold Ochre. Okay, and I'm just going to add it to my palette. You can also use like yellow for your seeds, or even like a light green could be, like a very light green, maybe with like a touch of yellow and the green would be good too. So I'm just adding this to my palette and adding water to it. Hi Shelly. Shelly says, good morning Allison and everyone. Okay. And yeah, I don't want this to be too dark either. I forgot to mention that I do plan on using my white gouache here too, but you do not need this if you don't have white gouache. Okay, So I'm going to start with the strawberry here, and I will move my camera closer for you guys so I'm not so far away. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to paint in the seeds. And I'm also, oh, the reference photo I'm using, I don't, let's see, I don't know what one it is. I can't remember if it's like the first, second, or third one. But you basically just want to make little tiny long dots for the seeds. And try to make them like not in a perfect pattern, just kind of like irregular looking. And it's also best to like not paint every single seed you see. Like you don't have to do that. Just yeah, you don't have to add every single seed. Okay, and you might want to go in the like follow the contour of the strawberry. I kind of was not doing that, so you want to be sure that so this is like the middle here, so you want to kind of angle the seeds correctly. And when I add paint around the seeds, I will touch up areas, so your seeds don't have to be like super perfect. Hi Des and Hannah. Who is happy that it's Friday today? I'm so happy. I am ready. I feel like I'm always ready for the weekend. Ready to relax. I've been thinking more and more about getting out my oil paints because I haven't painted with oils for like a long time, like so long. So I might do that this weekend, maybe. And I need to start working on my garden, getting it ready for my plants, because I'll want to plant soon. Do any of you guys have strawberry plants in your garden? I have like wild strawberry plants. Like they don't make actually like they don't grow actual strawberries like this. They're more like wild little strawberries, and it like spreads throughout all of my garden. So yeah, I don't know. I'm always having like to tear them out every spring because they just cover my whole garden. Okay, and as we get up closer here, I'm not going to paint the seeds like all the way up here, because if you look at the strawberries, like they don't have any seeds up here. Okay, I'm now going to do the same thing on this other one. And yeah, to be honest, I'm not like following a reference. I'm just kind of adding the seeds. And then yeah, trying to follow the contour of the strawberry. Could add some more like down here. This says we have strawberries in the garden too. They cover like half the garden now. Yeah, like I don't know if I like have I don't know. I need to like learn how to grow strawberries. Cause it would be nice to have fresh strawberries. I love strawberries so much. They're like my favorite fruit. Actually, I don't know. I like a lot of fruits, but strawberry desserts are like my favorite kind of desserts. Like strawberry shortcake and strawberry cheesecake are like my favorite desserts ever. Like I would choose a strawberry like dessert over like chocolate. Tess says we have too many birds stealing them. And she says that she also likes strawberry desserts. Okay, I might add a little one up here. I think that's good. Okay, so we have the seeds painted in. Hi Trish, good morning. Are you drinking your coffee? Is that why you have a coffee emoji? Kim, hi Kim. She says, I love strawberries. I made strawberry shortcake for Easter. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I was thinking of making a strawberry dessert too, but I went ahead and made carrot cake for Easter. Okay, I do want to add some seeds kind of on the side here of the strawberries. This will just make them look more realistic because it's not like the seeds aren't on the sides. Okay. Allison says, we have strawberries in our garden too, but growing in cinder blocks so they don't spread everywhere. The birds get more strawberries than we do. That's a good idea. I'll have to look into the cinder blocks, like, so they don't spread. Trish says, my squirrel steals my strawberries. So I'm going to paint some rocks to look like them. Supposed to trick the squirrel, then they won't steal the real ones. That is a good idea. I never even heard of that. Kim says, carrot cake is my husband's favorite. I had that on my original menu, but changed it. Yeah, I love carrot cake. So it's so yummy. Okay, now we are going to mix a red and a like orange or even like a green, because if you look at some photos of strawberries, like part of them isn't always like red. Like sometimes they have a little hint of like a light orange or light yellow in them, or even like a green. And this will just help make them look more realistic. So I'm first going to mix a red. So basically I'm just going to use this red here from the Angalo set. So I'm going to take this, add it to my palette. I'm adding a good amount of water because I will be adding like at least 2 layers of red, probably just 2 layers a light layer and then a darker layer in a few areas. Trish says, got my coffee and carrot cake for breakfast. You're having carrot cake for breakfast? I'm so jealous right now. Okay, and then I want to mix like a gold, yellowy, green color, if that even makes sense. So I'm going to add this gold here. Maybe I'll even mix, maybe I'll mix like a little bit of like an orange color. Actually, so I'm gonna take some of this red and mix that in. Just to give some variation to our strawberries. It's good to paint with more than one color. It'll just make your strawberries look more realistic. That says, we do not really celebrate Easter, but I did make an apple cinnamon scone for my birthday. That sounds delicious. Happy birthday, Des. I didn't realize it was your birthday. All right, so I'm first going to take this lighter, more orangey red, and I'm using my size 2 round brush. And I'm going to apply it to the very bottom of the strawberry, and I'm going to work around these seeds. And it's okay if you leave some white of your paper. In fact, it's a good idea to, because the strawberry has highlights. Okay. So I'm gonna go until about like right here, and then I'm cleaning my brush. You don't have to clean it all the way. And then I'm gonna take this red. And I'm gonna start painting with this red and letting it kind of blend into this more orangey, lighter red. Sarah says, sorry, was gone for a bit. Our food shopping got delivered. Nice. I need to get some food today. I wish we could get our food delivered, but we live like too far out of the town or city. So I usually do like grocery pickup because I hate grocery shopping, like going in. Okay. I'm just thinking to myself. I was thinking of, okay, where do I want the highlight of this strawberry to be? Because, you know, strawberries are shiny. So I was thinking, I'm looking at the reference, and it looks like the highlight is kind of like in this area here. Okay, as we get to like the highlight area here, I'm just going to apply red around the seeds like this, and more to one side. Hi Fallon, good morning. That says her birthday was on Tuesday. Okay. Okay. And yeah, I do plan on using a little bit of white gouache, so I'm not like too worried about making the highlight area like super like perfect. So if you do not have white gouache, you might want to try your best to make the highlight area like right here good. What am I trying to say? Like more refined, I guess. Okay. Thank you, Trish. She says, that already looks so good. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to kind of move up here. I'm still leaving some of that highlight, you know, white. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to clean my brush. Now I'm dipping my brush in this more orangey red, and I'm going to start painting with that and letting it blend into this red that I painted with. Hopefully the red isn't dry yet. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend up, making it lighter up here. that's just the first layer. We will add more to it. So it does look a little like wonky. So yeah, okay, let's move to the next strawberry, and we're going to do the exact same thing to this one. Liz says, my birthday was on Tuesday. Wow, two of your guys' birthdays were on Tuesday. And Liz says, I turned 60, April 6th. Well, happy birthday, Liz. Okay, so I do need to mix more of the red and orange. So I'm going to do the red first because I'll be using the orange first on my painting, and I want to mix the orange last. So that's why. So, and I'm not really mixing, I'm just adding this red here. If you're just joining, I'm using this watercolor set. And I did link it. I did link their website in the description. Allison Evans sent me this set, and I love these paints, Allison. You should see the painting I finished yesterday. I posted it inside Nature with Watercolor because I know you're a member, so yeah. It was for a tutorial for Nature with Watercolor members. Okay, and then now I'm gonna mix this orange, so I'm just putting the red here that's in my brush. And then I am going to take some of this gold, mix that in. I'm going to kind of turn my paper just so the strawberry like points at me, and that just will help make this easier. And like this one, I am starting at the bottom with the orange color and painting around the seeds. Okay, now I'm cleaning my brush slightly, and I'm taking that red. Now I am going to use this red and let it kind of blend into that orange. And it's okay if you leave some of white of your paper unpainted, like around the seeds. That's probably not a bad thing, because if you look at the reference, some areas by seeds, like next to the seeds, have highlights. By the way, guys, if you don't know, if you haven't heard, my new art challenge will be starting in like a few weeks. It's a 10-day watercolor woodland animal challenge where we'll be painting 5 woodland animals in 10 days. And I did put the link in the description of this tutorial for you if you want to join us. Every animal will come with a tutorial just like this. Like I'll go live and you can paint with me. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Well, it's basically just like my butterfly challenge that some of you have done and my bird challenge. Okay, so we are getting to the area where there's like a highlight in this strawberry. And to be honest, I'm not even looking at the references. I basically just put them up for you guys in case you want them. So I'm just kind of guessing where I would like the highlight in my strawberry. So I'm thinking kind of like right here. And okay. All right, and then as we get to the seeds in the highlight, again, we're going to like just paint around the seeds like this. Okay, and then I'm going to start painting like right here above the highlight. And then I'm going to clean my brush and then grab this orange. And I'm going to try and hurry because oops. All right, that didn't really work out. Before my paint dries, because I want the orange to kind of blend into the red, but yeah, it didn't really happen. It's okay. Allison says, thanks, I'm so glad you like them, the paints that she sent me here. And she says, I love her paints. I'm looking forward to using them for these strawberries this afternoon. Yay! That's so cool that you're going to use the same colors as me. And she says, the challenge is going to be a lot of fun. I love the animals you chose. Me too. I'm so excited. Trish says, are those handmade watercolors? I think they are. They're a gallo here, and I think they are handmade from, yeah, it's like a company. Handmade in Italy. Okay, now it's time for the second layer on these strawberries. So this time we want to mix a darker red. So to make a darker red, you can either like mix a little bit of purple into it, you can mix a little bit of brown into your red, or both purple and brown to make like a darker red. You can also mix a little bit of green into your red to dull it a little bit, like for your dark red. But I am going to mix this color here. It looks kind of like a dark maroon color into my red to make it darker. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take this red that I was using, add it here. There's like a cat hair in my paint. Leo likes to get on my desk because there's a window on my desk and there's a bush right outside where a lot of birds like to hang out. Hannah says, I am decluttering my studio as I watch you, hoping to paint this later today. I need to do that. Although I kind of recently did, but it just builds up every day. And I especially need to declutter my closet in here. Okay, so I'm looking at some of these reference photos. All right, I'm gonna add the dark red kind of like along the outer edge here, okay? And then I will be blending with my size 4 round brush with just water. It's clean, it just has water in it. And then this brush, my size 2, will have paint. So I'm gonna start like on this side of the strawberry. And I'm just going to like apply this dark paint like this. Okay, and then I'm going to move to my blending brush. Just blend this into that dry red. Hannah says, I packed up 2 large boxes of art supplies to give away. My reward for doing this is drafting pencils, well, and a clean studio with more space. That's awesome. Trish says, so pretty. I love handmade paints. I just ordered some KMS paints and 2 sets from Wild Thorn. I'll have to check out the set you have. Wild Thorn, I've never heard of Wild Thorn. Yeah, I love handmade paints too. Someday, it is my like dream to also make handmade paints, like of my own. But I don't have time right now to do that. But someday, I feel like that would be so cool. Okay, and then I'm also going to apply this dark red around the seeds, at least like on one side of them. And you can choose what side you want, but you want to keep it consistent with every seed, like the side you paint the darker red on. And then you can also blend a little bit with another brush with just water. Trish, oh wait, I already read your comment. Hi, Pramod. Thank you. Okay, as we get to this area down here, I probably won't add the dark red because it is like more of an orange. So we'll we'll figure out that area here after doing this. Then as you paint the outer edge of your strawberry, it's good to have your strawberry be kind of irregular. You don't want it to be like a super straight line, like super perfect, because it won't look as realistic. So you'll want to like make like some little bumps on the side. Okay, I don't really want my shadow here to be that dark. I don't want it too dark. Okay. Trish says my girlfriend made handmade. Oh wait, she makes handmade watercolors with a lot of locally sourced minerals. I've gotten to help her. It's a lot of fun, but lots of work. Butterfly forest paints. Ooh. I'm gonna write that down to check out later. Hannah says, these strawberries look so yummy already. I was wondering if you'd use masking fluid on them, like for the seeds. I really like how you've done this. You are a great teacher. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, when I was trying to figure out like how I would paint these strawberries, I wanted to make it like how can I make painting the seeds easy? And I just felt like this was probably the easiest way. At least for me, and if it's easiest for me, then it might be for you too. Okay, I'm not going to add this super dark red to all of these seeds, only like on the seeds on the outer edge, but I will go into the middle with the lighter red again, like for a second layer, because I don't want this dark red like everywhere, because the strawberry is darkest like on the edge, not in the middle. So now I'm going to work on the edge here. Then I'm taking my size 4 brush with just water and going to blend this. Okay. Okay, I'm now going to do the same thing on this strawberry. Hannah says making watercolor paint is so much work. That's why they can be pricey, just like handmade paper. So much work. Yeah, I would also like to try make handmade paper. There's like so many things I wanna try. Trish says, I'll send you a set. Thank you. That makes, I'm so excited. And she says, and at the end of your tutorial, pick a name of a viewer and I'll send them a dot card. Trish, that is so sweet of you. Okay, yeah, guys, don't let me forget to do that. So at the end of this live stream, I will randomly pick one of you guys, and Trish said she'll send you a dot card of her friend's handmade paints. Okay, I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget. Oh, I do use gouache, not as much as watercolor. In fact, I will be using white gouache for some parts of these strawberries. And yeah, I love gouache. I do. Okay. My video froze. I don't know if you got my answer, Sun Moon. So I'm gonna say it again. I do use gouache. I love gouache. I don't use it as much as watercolor, but I really like it. Okay, and then I'm switching to my blending brush. This brush is clean, it just has water in it. And I'm just blending this red into the lighter red. Again, I'm using my blending brush. Hi, Sarah. She says, the strawberries are looking amazing. Thank you. Hannah says, I have a watercolor ground question. Do you have a hard time getting the same results painting on it as you do on arches? Oh yeah, I do. It's definitely not the same. It's definitely not the same. So, yeah. In fact, yeah, I only use watercolor ground if I like paint on wood slices. And I don't really paint like super detailed paintings with it, but that's just me. Like maybe others do and they like it. But yeah, it's definitely not the same as like paper. But it is fun though. It is fun to like try it out and like do something different. So what about you guys? Have any of you tried watercolor ground? Do you like it? So yeah, I'm using my blending brush now. All right, now we're going to continue working on the second layer on these strawberries, like in the middle part now. Shelly says, I had to step away for a bit. Your strawberries look so yummy. Strawberries are my favorite fruit. I look forward every year to getting some fresh berries. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad they look yummy. Yeah, I love strawberries so much. They're so good. All right, so I'm now just going to use this red here, just right from the pan, but I will add it to my palette to add water to it. And this time, for the second layer, we do not want to add as much water to this red. So you just want to add enough so that it's easy to apply. Okay. Hannah says, I just started using watercolor ground. I like it because it allows me to paint on surfaces that I wouldn't be able to use watercolor on, but it's like using cheap paper. I thought it was just me. Good idea to only use it for small, simple paintings. And then Trish says, I've used it and it's definitely not like paper. I only do small projects with the grounds, like on rocks or wood slices. Yeah, at least the watercolor ground I use, I think I use the Daniel Smith brand. I struggle getting like super like fine details with it. Like my paints usually just look a little blurry, if that makes sense. And yeah, it's definitely not like paper. Okay, so yeah, as I'm adding this red, I'm now just trying to work around the seeds, and it's okay if you don't paint everywhere because it's good to keep that first layer of red unpainted in some areas. This will just give your strawberry more like some like variation and highlights and stuff. And then I will use this in the darker red too, just because, at least for me, the darker red is a little too like, what's the word? It's not as vibrant as I kind of want it to be. So I am adding this to the dark areas too. Now as we get more into the middle of the strawberry, like right here, I probably won't add as much of this. So I'm just kind of, I'm wetting my brush a little bit, like adding more water in my brush, dabbing it on my paper towel. There's still a little bit of paint, but not as much. And I'm just kind of adding this. And then a little bit into the highlight too. Hannah says, I use Daniel Smith watercolor ground. I have found the smoother I put it on, the better. And I've had to add ink details to be satisfied with it. Hi Heather. Heather says, good morning. This looks so good. Can't wait to paint it later on the replay. Yay, thank you. I'm glad you think it looks good. I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. Yeah, I am. I was kind of nervous, to be honest, to paint these strawberries. So nervous, but I really wanted to paint strawberries. So okay, again, I'm taking my blending brush. It just has some clean water in it, and I'm blending this red towards the middle. Okay, so I am keeping that first layer red right here unpainted. And then now I'm going to take that same red I have been using, and around the seeds where we did not paint that darker shade of red, I'm going to paint with this red here. And also in the more orangey area down here, I will use a little bit of that red. And then I'm going to kind of blend it. Heather says, I love strawberry plants. I have so many. Do you have any tips, Heather, on planting strawberry plants, or like keeping up with them? Like, do you have any tips for us? Because we were talking about that earlier. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on this strawberry. Hannah says, your strawberries just get more and more real as I watch. Heather says, one tip is to keep the dead leaves pruned up. They attract the pill bugs that take nibbles out of the berries. Thank you, Heather, for that advice. Thanks. Yeah, I had no idea about that. So again, I am adding this red where I have the darker red, just because I feel like my dark red is a little too dull for my liking, so adding some of this on top will help make it more vibrant. And then I'm using my blending brush to blend this out. And then I'm blending. Then I'm going to take this, actually, hold on. Let me first add some more of this red around these middle seeds. Okay, and I'm now taking this red that's in my brush. It's very light because I have a lot of water in my brush. This is my blending brush. And I'm just kind of adding this very light red into the highlight a little bit. Although I kind of do need a little bit more in my brush, more red. So I'm adding some more red around these seeds here. I'm just grabbing some more of this red. Blending a little bit. Sarah says the strawberries look amazing. They're one of my favorite fruits. We'll probably be buying some. Yeah, they're one of my top favorite fruits too. Hannah says, how many of us will be buying strawberries later today? Me, because yeah, I'm going to the store today. I'll probably buy strawberries. Cindy says, I love this so far. Thank you, Cindy. Kim says, I would love to see how you paint blackberries and raspberries. You know what? After painting these strawberries, I probably will paint those too. Eventually, soon. Would you guys want kind of like a fruit series? Fruit plant series? Let me know. Des says, these are more tedious to paint than I thought. Yeah, same here. Okay. Now I'm going to continue working around these seeds. then into the dark area here. Okay, and then yeah, I'm taking more of this red, and yeah, I just have to work more around these seeds. As I'm painting around them, I'm really trying to refine the seeds, make them look better, because that first initial layer we did, we just painted in the seeds and I kind of just made marks, you know, so now I'm just trying to make them look better. And then I'm going to add a little bit around these ones here. All right, and then I'm going to clean my brush just a little bit. I want a little bit of that red paint still in there, and then I'm adding a little bit of water to my brush, and then now, okay, I kind of cleaned my brush too much. I'm really just trying to make like a super light red, and now I'm going to paint with this into the highlight a little bit. But as I said earlier, I am using white gouache later on. If you're not going to do that, you might want to just make sure you don't paint over the highlights that you want to keep. I'm kind of painting over the highlights a little bit that I kind of want to keep, but I will be adding gouache, so that's why. Okay. Here. Shelly says a berry series would be great. Yay! Okay. So does Sandra. Good to know. Hannah says fruits are one thing I paint well. When I worked as a commercial artist, we designed packaging for yogurt type stuff, and I made paintings that became little pictures on labels. That sounds like a really cool job, Hannah. Okay, guys, so now we have one thing left to do for the strawberries. At least I do, because I will be adding white gouache. So I'm going to take my white gouache here. Okay, and I already have some on my palette right here, but I do want to add a little bit more from my tube. Okay. Then when we're done with these strawberries, we'll move on to the leaves and the little tiny strawberries. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush, and I added a little bit of water to my brush, and I'm adding, like to add just a little tiny bit of water to my gouache. I don't want too much because I still want it to be opaque. I don't want it to be too transparent. Okay, I'm going to start on this one here, and I'm just going to add some in the highlight area. Okay, and then I'm bringing up a reference photo just so I have something to go off of. I have to add more water to my gouache because it's kind of drying. All right, and then I'm gonna take my other brush here with just some water in it, and I'm going to blend this gouache in the surrounding areas, but you don't want to blend too much, just a little bit into the red. And I probably will add a little bit more red into the highlight because I don't know if I'm liking how big the highlight is. And then I'm taking more gouache. And now I'm going to add highlights to parts, like some of these, like on the side of some of these seeds here. More so to the seeds in the middle. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. And I'm looking at a reference here. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of red around some of the seeds again, because if you look at the reference where there are highlights around the seeds, there's like a little bit of red in between the highlight and the seed. So I'm taking more of this red and I'm just adding a little bit. Okay. Hi, Chatra. So happy you're here. Shush says, do you ever use Dr. PH Martini's Bleed Proof White? No. I've never heard of that. Is that bad? I've never heard of that. Okay, I'm gonna take this red. Yeah, I've never heard of that, Trish. Oops, sorry guys. I just bumped into my phone. Okay, and I'm going to add some of this red into like parts of this highlight. And it will kind of blend into my gouache, and that's okay. I just feel like I don't really like my highlight too much, to be honest. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. It's just a brush with water in it, and I'm just kind of working this a little bit more. And then, and this, what am I trying to say? The gouache is blending into the red, and that's kind of what I want. And then I'm just moving it around, moving it kind of down a little bit too. Okay. Then I'm just dabbing at these little highlights. I don't know if I like them either. This is how painting usually goes for me. Like, I try something and then I'm like, oh, no, I don't like that. So, it's a little better. Anyways, I probably should move on to the other strawberry for the sake of the length of this tutorial. I feel like I could spend more time on this strawberry, but it is what it is. That's how it usually goes, like with these lives. I do want to kind of add some more red up here, so that's what I'm doing. Like that, and then there. Okay, now it's time to move to this one. Trish says the Dr. of PH Martini's Blade Proof White is more of like a white ink, and she says that she uses it for white details, fine white details. All right, man, you guys are like giving me like a lot of tips today. I'm gonna write this down. Dr. PH Blade Proof. Okay, cool. Shelly says, sadly, I have to run. Work calls. Have fun, everyone. I'll wash and paint later today. Thank you, Allison, for your wonderful Friday live tutorials. Thank you for joining us, Shelly, and hanging out with us. Have a wonderful day at work. Okay, I'm just taking more of this red that I was using, and I'm moving to the strawberry. Actually, never mind. I'm not painting with red. I'm painting with gouache. Okay, I'm taking this white gouache here on my palette. I'm just adding water to it because it's dry, so I'm reactivating it. And then, like the other strawberry, I'm just kind of adding some highlights here, and then like a little bit next to these seeds here. Although I'm not, from what I learned with the strawberry, I'm not going to add the highlight right next to the seed. I'm going to leave a little bit of red in between the highlight and the seed. And I'm only adding the highlight to the seeds in the middle, not on the sides. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. Oh, not Martins. It's called Martins, not Martinis. Thank you, Trish. I thought it sounded a little weird, like martinis. Okay. All right. Tess says, eating quickly now to continue painting. Okay, so now I'm taking a clean brush here with just a little bit of water. And then I'm going to kind of work this white gouache. Let it blend around and a little bit down. Like that. Okay. And then now I'm going to add a little bit of red to it like I did with the other strawberry. So I'm just adding some red up here. Okay, cleaning my brush. And then I'm adding some clean water to my brush now and just kind of blending more. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, guys. So now we just have like the leaves and these little tiny strawberries. So let's go ahead and do those tiny strawberries first. Okay, so for these little ones, they're not going to be as detailed as the large ones. And if you want, you can make your little strawberries green too. I just decided to make mine red because I feel like there's already a lot of green going on. Oops. Because sometimes little strawberries like that are like green, like a light green. So I'm taking this gold, adding water to it. Actually, I want to add it in this. So again, I'm mixing like more of like an orange color first. Oh gosh, I forgot. We need to paint the seeds first. All right, sorry guys. So the seeds, I'm using this gold right here. Okay, and then like those larger strawberries, we are just going to do like little tiny seeds. And these little guys are just, you know, there to complement those larger strawberries. We don't have to make them super detailed. So I'm just adding little seeds like that. Okay. And then same over here. Okay, so we'll let that dry. In the meantime, we'll work on these flowers. How about the flowers? And then we'll do all of the green last. Heather says, Trish, do you like it better than white gouache? I find that white gouache is often not opaque enough. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Okay, so these flowers, there is a reference photo that has strawberries and like flowers. I don't remember what one it is, but the flowers are yellow in the middle and white petals, and it looks like they could have a little bit of green too, like in between the petals. I'm first going to paint the white areas. So we want like a super light gray. Okay, so I'm thinking of using this gray here. It's called slate gray. Just right here. So I'm taking gray. I'm gonna add it to my, can't even see what I'm doing. I am gonna add it to my palette here. We want this gray to be very light. We don't want too dark of a gray. So I'm just going to like paint the outer edge, and yeah, like this. And like those little tiny strawberries, we don't want the petals or like the flowers to be super detailed, you know. They're just, they should just be simple. Adding a little bit of gray in the middle of the petals. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little bit of green in between the petals. Actually, first no wait, I'll do that. Okay. I'm going to take this green here, right here, this green earth. Okay. And in between these petals, sometimes there's like some green, like little green leaves. So I'm gonna paint those in, like that. Just simple, thin leaves. Chatter says, my second strawberry is looking better than the first one. Well, that's good. That means you're learning and improving. Good. Trish says, for when I need more opaque white, I do use my bleed proof white. They are both different. I use them both. Hope that helps. Yeah, that does help. Thanks, Trish. Okay, before I forget, guys, we need to do the artist spotlight. Okay, so let's take a minute break here from painting, or at least I am. You can keep painting. And it's time for the artist spotlight. So if you're new here, for these live tutorials, I do an artist spotlight. And to have the chance to be, I feel like I'm really close, to have the chance to be featured in one of these live tutorials, you use my hashtag on Instagram, Allison Light Art Tutorial, and like when you post your finished artwork from one of my tutorials. And today I am featuring, let me bring up her Instagram here. Today I'm featuring Emmy. Isn't her art is like so beautiful. It's like I'm always amazed with her artwork. But I linked her Instagram in the description of this video for you guys if you want to support her on Instagram and check out her artwork. But she did my butterfly tutorial from last Friday, and look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So beautiful. And she recently did this cute little bunny with a ladybug. This was not a tutorial of mine, but I just love it. And she's also a Nature with Watercolor member, so that's cool too. And yeah, so there's that. And she did my butterfly challenge. Look at those butterflies. Beautiful. All right. Okay, let's continue working on these strawberries. Okay, I have to hook my camera up, so it will be a little disorientating for a second. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm reading some of your comments. Chatter says that she uses that Dr. Martens for whiskers on animals. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, Heather. Yeah, everyone is so supportive. You guys are so nice. Yeah, Emmy's art is just gorgeous. Okay, now let's continue working on the flowers. So we'll just quickly finish up these little flowers here. And then we'll continue the little strawberries. So for the yellow areas of the flowers, I'm going to use this gold ochre here. So I'm just taking this gold, add it to my palette here with some water. Okay. I'm going to paint in the middle. Like that, all right. And then there are like little tiny dots on the outer edge of the middle. So I'm taking more of this gold and just painting little tiny dots like that. Right, simple white flowers. There's a chance I might add a little bit more to them, but I just want to keep going because this tutorial, I don't want it to be like super long. So now for the little tiny strawberries, we want to use that more orangey red first. So we mixed two types of reds for the strawberries, a orange red and then just like a regular red. So I'm taking more of this orange red here and going to paint in the bottom part of the strawberry and work my way around the seeds, but the seeds are kind of like the same color as the orange here, so I hope it won't be too much of a problem. It's okay, it's fine. All right, and then I'm cleaning my brush and I'm grabbing that red, grabbing this red that I have been using, and And I'm letting that red kind of blend into that orange, although the orange is kind of drying already. So I'm going to take my clean brush with just a little bit of water in it and kind of help that out. Help those blend together more. Like that. Okay. All right, and then as we get to the top, I'm going to paint with that orange again. So I'm taking that orange with a different brush just to make it easier. I'm going to dab that in at the top. Great. So yeah, this strawberry definitely looks more simple, but it's okay because it should be that way with this painting. I'm going to do this other one, and then we will add a second layer when the first layer dries. So I'm taking that orange, okay, and then I am taking that red with another brush so I don't have to clean my brush. And I'm letting that red kind of blend into the orange, and there. Okay, and then I'm cleaning my brush, and with some clean water in my brush, I'm just going to kind of help those two colors out a little bit, help them blend more together. Okay, and then before that red dries, I want to take that orange, and paint the top. Oops, sorry about that. I just cleaned my brush. Now I'm kind of just blending these two together. These two colors together at the top. Oh, yay! Cindy says her order was delivered. Yay, I'm so glad you got it. I hope you like it. Thank you. Liz says, I'm getting ready for work now. I am too impatient this morning for this art, but I love strawberries and want to learn to paint fruit and leaves better. So I'll try again when my mind is not running. Well, I hope you have a nice day at work, Liz, and I do look forward to seeing your strawberries. Heidi, hi Heidi, she says, hi Allison, how about watermelon or mango paintings? That's a good idea. I like that idea, Heidi. I'm gonna write that down for future tutorials. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Cindy. Okay, so now it's time for the second layer on these little strawberries. So we want to mix, you know what, I don't think I'm going to mix a dark red like I did for these strawberries. Instead, I'm just going to have the second layer be the same red that I was using, but with more water, or wait, with less water. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to start along the edge here, and I'm only adding this to like the edge. I'm gonna leave the middle part of the strawberry that lighter red. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a different brush with just water in it and kind of blend that into the lighter red. I just realized I forgot to leave an area for the highlight. So if you are not using white gouache, you might want to leave a little sliver of white of your paper for the highlight on these strawberries. Okay. All right, I do want to kind of maybe add a little bit more of a dark red right here. And then blend. Okay. Ooh, chatter a pineapple. That's a good idea. Although that seems a little scary for me, to be honest. Doesn't a pineapple sound scary to paint? I feel like there's just, like, at least a realistic one. Okay, now I'm going to take my white gouache and add a little highlight to those little strawberries. So I have some gouache here. I'm going to reactivate it by adding a little bit of water to it. Then, yeah, I'm just going to add just a little tiny bit, okay, like that. And then a little tiny bit over here, like that. And then I'm going to clean my brush. And then with a little bit of water in my brush, I am going to kind of blend out this highlight. Okay, and then it's a little too much for me. I feel like I added too much gouache. So I'm going to take more of this red. Dragon fruit would be cool. Mary says tropical fruits would be fun. Yeah, so maybe next Friday we will do another kind of fruit. Yeah, so I'm adding some more a little bit more red to this gouache here, just so it's not so much. Okay, that's pretty good for now. All right, now it's time for like the leaves and everything. Okay, so here we go. The green I will be using are both of these here. This earth green, or green earth, and then this another green earth color. Okay, so I plan on using those. And I might also mix a little bit of the gold into my green, just to help bring it together a little bit, because there is that gold color in the strawberries and in the flowers. So, okay, I'm trying to think how I want to go about this. I'm just going to do the first layer with this lighter green. So I'm going to take that green and add it to this well. This well does have that darker green in it, but it's okay. It's fine if those two mix. I'm not too worried. Okay, and I think I might first paint the leaves on top of the strawberries first, because I'm mixing with my smallest brush. And then I'll move to my larger brush after that and paint the larger leaves. Hannah. Hannah says, a mouse eating a berry. I just want to paint a mouse. Hannah, a mouse is coming. It is. It'll be here, I think, not next Friday, but the Friday after next Friday. I plan on painting a mouse. Like the Friday before the Woodland Animal Challenge starts. I like to do like the tutorial before my challenges start. I like to do a tutorial on YouTube that is similar to the challenge, just to help like get excited about the challenge and stuff like that. So we'll be painting a mouse for that one, so don't worry. Yeah, I thought so too, Heather. Okay, then there's like a little vine right here. Then I'll go ahead and paint this one. These little tiny leaves will not be detailed because they're so tiny. So I'm just kind of, yeah, painting them in like that. I'm using the very tip of my brush here. Okay. Des says that she is back to painting. Des, I'm so excited to see your strawberries. If you guys don't know, Des right now is hosting a beetle challenge on Instagram. So yeah, if you wanted to partake in that challenge, it's going on right now. Kind of want to paint like a little leaf right here. Okay. I am too, Sydney. I'm so excited for the challenge. If you guys are just joining and you haven't heard, I'm hosting a free 10-day watercolor woodland animal challenge that is starting soon, like in a few weeks. So I put the link to it in the description of the video if you wanted to do it with us. You're welcome, Des. She says, I am already behind with the videos that belong with the challenge. So you're filming videos too with each prompt. Yeah, I think I did that for my butterfly challenge, and it was a lot. So I didn't do it for my bird challenge. At least like editing the videos, like they're live, so I can download them from YouTube when the live stream is done. But like actually making them into videos to post to Instagram, I didn't do that because it was just too much to handle. Okay. All right, so I'm going to now paint the first layer on those larger leaves with the same green. It is Hannah. Hannah says it's got to be an extreme amount of work to host a challenge. It is. That's why I'm only able to do like a few a year. It's a lot. It takes a lot to set up, and then like do all the live streams. At least the way I like to do challenges is that way, where you guys like sign up for it and then like get tutorials. It is a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's fun to do too. Yeah, it's at least a week's worth of work, like total. In fact, it's probably like 2 weeks worth, like with the live streams. Okay. So yeah, for this first layer, yeah, I think I'm just going to paint in this entire leaf. My hope is that I can still see my lines here, but if I can't, it's okay. And I am using my size 4 round brush. Okay, and I am leaving a little bit of white in between this leaf and the leaves on the strawberry, or at least I'm trying to do that. I didn't really do that well. Okay. So there is the first layer for that leaf, and now we'll do the second leaf here. Oh, that's how Chatra says it. She found me. It was from a challenge, from the fungi challenge. Yeah, that challenge was different. It was just like a prompt list. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I only like painted like a few mushrooms from it. I didn't even do all of the prompts, which was really sad. It was just so much, like so much to handle that I just couldn't paint every mushroom. Gonna turn my painting. All right, there's the first layer on the leaves. I'm really liking how this is turning out. Like, this is turning out a lot better than I thought it would. You did all of those mushrooms. That's awesome. That's so good. You must have gotten really good at painting mushrooms if you did all of them. Heather says, I want to paint the floral backgrounds ahead of time for the woodland animals. That way, after each tutorial is done, I have completed a painting. That's a good idea, Heather, because that's why I never finished my birds, because I just can't, or at least I can't make the time to finish the backgrounds. It's really sad. So yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, now it's time for the second layer on the leaves. So I'm going to mix a darker green. Okay, so I plan on using this green now, green earth. Cindy says, I think I found the channel by accident last year, but kept watching. Then the live started, and it's crazy to see the difference 1 year made in this community. It has grown so much. It makes me so happy. Thank you, Cindy. You're making me tear up. I know. I'm just so so grateful for all of you guys. Like every day. Yeah, it's crazy how much my channel has grown in the last year, and it's all because of you guys. Okay, I'm like tearing up right now. Okay. For the leaves above the strawberries, I don't want them to be like super detailed or anything. I just want to add some shadow to them. So I'm gonna add some here, and then like right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna switch to my size 2 brush with just water to blend this darker green into a lighter green, like that. And I'm gonna add some more here. Okay, and then some here. Okay. That says, and the amazing hard work you put in. Yeah, I put so much work into this channel. I was saying on Instagram, it's like half of my work is this channel. Like half of the time I'm working on like videos, planning videos. I'm doing the outlines for the tutorials, researching videos to do, editing videos. It's a lot of work. My hope though is that soon I will be in a good place to where I can start getting help with videos, because that will really be nice. All right, now I'm going to work on, I'm going to work on these up here. Chatterer says, finding those sweet bunch of people is the best thing that happened to me last year. Thank you, all of you. You're all amazing. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so glad you found us here. Really glad. Okay, and then yeah, I'm taking a clean brush with just some water and blending this a little bit. Hannah says, I found you when you did your first studio tour. What a gift when I found you. And through you, I have found an excellent community. Oh, it makes me so happy. Aw, that would be amazing to get help with videos. It would, it really would. Yeah, I hope to start getting help soon. I just have to like figure all that out. Like how to find someone to help me and all that. Okay. And once I find someone to help me with videos, I have so many fun things, like so many dreams for you guys, like this community. I have so many things I want to do for you guys, and like, so that will really free up time for me to do things that I've been wanting to do. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost done. All right, now it's time for the second layer on these leaves. How are your guys' strawberries coming along? Let me know in the chat. Okay, I am going to paint with my size 2 round brush, and then I'm going to blend with my size 4 round brush here. Okay, and I need to take more of this green. Do you guys have any fun plans for this weekend? I don't. I don't have too many fun plans. I have cleaning I need to do. My house really needs cleaning. I've been putting cleaning off for the last few weeks, and I just really need to spend a day and clean. Unfortunately. And then I need to like figure out my garden too. Okay, I'm going to first paint in this inner vein on this leaf, and I just painted it a little bit. I didn't paint it all the way up and down. I'm going to take my blending brush and just kind of start blending this down and up. I need to figure out how I want to paint these leaves. Chatter says, maybe I'll buy a strawberry plant, LOL. Yeah, I now want to like plant, like have a strawberry plant that is not taking over my garden. Cindy says, I'm still crocheting my life away at the moment, but I'm painting these strawberries tomorrow for sure. Nice. All right. I'm bringing up a photo of a reference photo here to look at. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking I'll paint in the veins like this, like beside each vein like that, and then take my blending brush, blend it up. Leaves are something I need to work on. Like, I'm not that great at them, I feel like. So I always like paint my leaves simply because it's what I'm comfortable with, but I do want to try to get better at painting them. Okay, I have to move my paper more like that. That'll be easier. Trish says, you can put strawberries in hanging baskets, then they don't take over. I love that idea. Oh my goodness, that is such a good idea. I might actually do that. You've inspired me to try that out, Trish. Let's see. Ashton says, watching for a little while on my lunch break. Can't wait to watch the replay and paint some strawberries tomorrow. Well, I'm excited you could like watch a little bit on your break. I hope that you enjoy this tutorial tomorrow. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed painting these strawberries. Like, I've never painted fruit like this before, so this is a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to keep the leaf here light back here, just to give the illusion that the leaves are not like super close to the strawberries, but they are still like behind the strawberries. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to this leaf here. Heather says, you can also try alpine strawberries. They don't have runners. They have the sweetest little berries. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I like have a whole list of things right beside me of things you guys have been telling me about during this live tutorial. Alpine strawberries. Okay. Trish says, I suck at foliage. Definitely need to practice. Yeah. Yeah, that is something I need to practice. Especially since I like to incorporate foliage in my art a lot. Okay, I'm gonna blend this up. Kind of added too much, I feel like, but it's okay. Maybe I'll drag some of this off. Des says that she is about halfway with her painting. That's okay. Chatter, that's fine. She says, "You're so fast. I'm still on the fruits." Yeah, I'm just trying to paint a little quicker. Usually I'm a slow painter. I'm just trying to paint a little quicker because I don't want this tutorial to be like super long for you guys. And plus, yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm starting to get hungry. Okay, wait. I'm trying to figure out how I want to angle my paper. I think this is fine. No, this way. Right. I think I might add some more of this darker green to parts of the outer edge of the leaves. Ashton says, "I had a strawberry hanging basket last year. Totally recommended." Okay, I'm definitely gonna get one now. I am. Definitely. Hannah says, "I stacked different size pots, planted them with strawberries, and had a little strawberry tree last year." Wow, that's cool. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going along the outer edge of these leaves and then just blending a little bit into the leaf like that. We're almost done. Almost there. Okay. Des says, I am personally looking forward to when I finally get accepted for a house. Then I want to start live streams and such, and I will also finally escape all the noise of this house, so a lot more quiet time. I have applied to a bunch, but haven't been accepted yet. Aww. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I think it'll be good for you to get your own place, especially if you can do live streams, because that sounds really fun. I mean, it is fun because I'm doing one now. But I would definitely join them. Okay, I kind of added a little too much of that dark green here. Okay. And she says, I'll also have lots of strawberries in my garden. Okay, sorry I keep turning my paper. I'm just trying to angle it how I feel like it would be best. Okay, so one more thing before we're done. These two leaves here on the strawberry and then this one just kind of blend together. Like the values are all the same. I kind of want to help make them stand out, and also like right here. So I will go ahead and paint a darker green on the strawberry, like right here in areas. Like that, to really help distinguish these two areas more. And then same with this one, right here, and then kind of next to this leaf. Okay, I think I'm done. I feel like, I mean, I could spend more time on this, but it's pretty much done. Oh wait, I say that and then I'm like, oh wait, hold on. No, I'm not. I want to add some more dark green right here. Okay. Hannah says, I have a large blueberry patch planted where my failed strawberry field was supposed to be. I'd like to have blueberries too. That would be cool. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Sydney. I am pretty happy how this turned out. Like, I didn't think it would turn out this well. I'm pretty pleased with it. Very, very happy with it. Here's a close-up. I love it. So cute. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks so much. Okay, let me turn my camera around so I can say goodbye to you guys. Hold on. Thank you. Hannah says, Allison, you definitely need to make prints of this. And when you do more fruits, make a picture like you did of the herbs with all of them. I love that idea, Hannah. I love that idea so much. I probably will do that. I probably will. Heather says, I think it's my favorite ever. Yay. Trish says, thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. Yeah. So next Friday, I'll be going live again at 10 a.m. EST, and maybe here soon I will put a poll in the community tab of my channel asking you guys what you want me to paint. Maybe it'll be another fruit plant. So yeah. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And don't forget to post yours to Instagram and tag me and use the hashtag AliceLineArtTutorial so I can see it. Bye. Yeah, Trish, I like the blueberry idea. Definitely. Bye guys. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you all. Take care. Take care. Oh, get in the garden. Oh, okay. Okay, Heather. Bye.